I've got Ronnie Allen with me, the chairman of the Welsh Billiards and Snooker Association, and just a few weeks ago you had your annual general meeting. How did that go?
It went very well. I was re-elected as chairman for another 2 years, having completed the first 2 years. We're starting to make progress, and the actual AGM went very well.
Because we're in interesting times in Welsh snooker now. We've seen for ourselves today how well Jackson Page is playing. We've got Dylan Emery, Keishan Hirani has made it onto the main tour, Jamie Clark as well. Good young players. But a lot of clubs are closing, particularly in the Cardiff area. That's a cause for concern, I think.
It is cause for concern. As a Welsh association, we're trying to help in stopping that. We've got a lot of youngsters coming on. We're holding competitions for under 14s, under 16s, under 18s, under 21s, as well as the men's and the masters events.
And what's the situation at the moment with national coaches? Because as I understand it, until fairly recently you had Anthony Davis and Lee Walker working in tandem. Then Lee Walker didn't do it and Anthony continued. Have we actually got a national coach in Wales at the moment?
Yes, we have. John Dobson is the national coach at the moment.
And so with clubs closing and so forth, youngsters in the Cardiff area, when I was a kid, there was Riley, City Road, Canton, the Riley, Wellington. There were numerous clubs in Cardiff. We're now down to one. What opportunities, what encouragement and words of hope could you give to young people, particularly in this Cardiff and surrounding areas and other areas round and about the valleys where there's not a club nearby? What would you advise them to do?
Well, there are several clubs left that are actually operating. You've got several in the valleys, the Wexer in Crumlin, Darren Morgan's club in Cross Keys. There's Break and Dish in Newport. There are several other clubs around the Cardiff area. Tafswell Servicemen's Club, where we're holding the final, is a good club, and they've got nice tables. The leagues in Newport and Cardiff are quite strong, as they are in the valleys. You've got the Rumney Valley League, the Swansea League. There's still quite a bit of strength in the leagues.
And we've seen how the youngsters are pushing on at the moment, particularly Keishan Hirani, Dwayne Jones. Jackson didn't quite make it onto the professional tour this time, but Dylan Emery and young Liam Davis. We are in a very good place when you consider we don't have the resources necessarily of countries like China, and large areas of Wales don't really have a club near there. Right, we are punching above our weight, aren't we?
We definitely are. I had a meeting with Maxime Cassis, who is the chairman of the EBSA, earlier this year, sorry. And he complimented me on the amount of talent that we keep producing in Wales. And he asked me how we did it. And I said, well, we do run 6 competitions in virtually every age group during the season. So the players are getting plenty of practice at playing matches. And this is reflected in the results we've had on the world stage. Because as you mentioned, Jackson Page, Dylan Emery have won world championships. Darren Morgan's recently come back from Romania, where he won 3 different titles. Admittedly, he's one of our old stagers, but he's still leading the way, and he's doing a lot for the youngsters of Wales.
And how do you think the future's going to go? Because there's a lot going on at the moment, isn't there?
There is. We are looking at possibility of an academy in Wales, but it's early days, and there's nothing definite, but it is something that we would like to do. Also, how can I put it? We're looking, we're in the process of trying to attract a major sponsor. The major sponsor would obviously give us a lot more benefits that we can offer the players, and we have a lot that we can offer a good sponsor.
Yeah. And when you use the word academy, is that something to be compared to, say, the Southwest Snooker Academy or the 2 academies that exist in Sheffield?
Yes. That is one of my plans. Whether it will come about, I don't know, but I'm certainly hopeful.
It's to do with money and sponsorship and getting the people to put in the time, isn't it?
That is, yes.
Yeah.